hold on. Somebody's hitting me up on Twitter. Hold on, let me see. Some girl said, "What do you wish to gain from addressing this issue with another woman from Ferguson?" MP, are you the young lady on Twitter? Well, I'm addressing it now, Miss MP, because that young lady chose to troll and send a bunch of trolls on my Twitter timeline that trolled me for about 2 or 3 hours. So I have a right to address that on my show. Them making up a bunch of lies and all this stuff, but I have a right to do that on my show. Ethiopian Bella, call up, young lady. The number is 818-850-5404. And MP, if you want to call up, feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. And the number again is 818-850-5404. Somebody, this one dude said, I'm looking at Twitter. They're trolling on my Twitter now, by the way. They're trolling on my Twitter. Now, the Netta chick is mad. She's on Twitter trying to talk shit. She's talking about, I'm trying to use her fame to get rich. Go look at Twitter right now. This Netta person, I'm trying to use her fame to get rich off her. Okay. This is what we have out here supposed to be representing us, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we don't get stuff done, family. We got grown children out here playing. Netta, if you want to stop trolling and call up, the number is 818-850-5404, Netta. Stop trolling on Twitter, and you can call the show right now. You can stop trolling on Twitter. You can call the show. I know you're watching, young lady. Ethiopian Bella, she wants to call up too. The number is 818-850-5404. What's up? Who's calling? Some other people to call up. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
And what's up? Who is this?
Oh, this is that Trillery chick. How are you?
No, what's up, Trillery? You were the one trolling me on Twitter yesterday, weren't you?
First of all, my misogynist brother, not in the struggle.
Oh, yes.
I was not trolling you.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
What is shared as the truth cannot be taken for trolling.
Ma'am.
You came up here to St. Louis, and you were trying to undermine the work of the people that have been out here.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. How many bullets have you been shot with?
No, I'm not. Wait. Hold on. Okay, ma'am, first of all, you're not going to call my show in Bogart. Now, put her on hold, because she's not going to call up with all that Negro nonsense. Okay? Let me let her back on.
How many children
ma'am.
you impacted with your words?
Ma'am. Okay, hold on. She thinks she's going to call up and go on a rant. That you don't get to do that here. You're just not going to call up. This is not Twitter where you can just create a bunch of screen names and just bogart your opinion. Okay, she's still talking. Trillery. Okay, hold on. She's doing her fake sister soldier act. You're not calling up here bogarting the conversation. Now, she's still ranting. She doesn't know she's on hold.
They ain't raised no fool.
Now, or hey, hold on. Well, now, this is what you have down there. You have emotional children, ladies and gentlemen. You have emotional children who's playing and trying to be adults, and they're not. This is what you have. All right, now, ma'am.
Oh, I was on hold. I'm aware. I'm watching.
Right, ma'am. No, let me explain, ma'am. You can't call my show and just kind of bogart like you're running things. It doesn't work like that here. We have conversations here. No, ma'am. You're not going to bogart the conversation. This is a dialogue. You're not just going to rant. Nobody heard you what you were saying, so just let's not waste your breath on that. We're going to talk like adults, ma'am. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right. No, ma'am. You're not just going to go on a monologue, ma'am. You're not going to go on a monologue. You're gonna talk like an adult. I'm not going there. I don't do that childish nonsense here when I'm having a serious conversation. So now, what have you done out there in Ferguson besides pray and march?
Playing old clips, girl. He's still playing old clips.
Ma'am.
Okay, sir. And what I need you to do,
ma'am, what have you done, ma'am? What have you done besides pray and march, ma'am? What are you doing out there, ma'am? What are you doing besides praying and marching?
What am I doing besides praying and marching?
Right.
Oh, I don't know. Meeting up with local organizations, galvanizing the youth, and providing them with the education they need on their political rights. Confrontation when dealing with police brutality.
She's reading.
Educating them on white supremacy versus black excellence. Letting them know that when police confront you, these are your rights. We've raised bond money and bail money for peaceful protesters to get out of jail when they are, one, detained and attacked by officers, not read their rights. All those petitions that you see being brought up to City Hall, yeah, our names are on that. All of the protests that you see CNN and other mainstream media halfway telling the truth of, that's what we're doing.
No, it's not. But you're not responsible. See, now what you're trying to do, you're trying to take responsibility for all the stuff that a whole bunch of other people are doing. Now, you're really breaking your arm, patting yourself on the back. You're trying to take responsibility. Whoa, you're trying to take responsibility for stuff that other people are doing, ma'am. You're trying to whoa, ma'am. You're trying to take responsibility. I'm talking about CNN. CNN, they haven't interviewed you. Jamila Nasheed, all those people are down there getting those signatures too. You're trying to take responsibility and take credit for stuff that a lot of other people are out there doing. So you,
who's from here,
ma'am.
Meta, who I work with, we're from here. So for your
I know that. And look, and just because you're from there don't mean anything. You want credit for being from there, but you ain't really. Look, whoa, ma'am, no, don't work like that. All that little childish ratchetness doesn't work here. It don't work here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So look, ma'am, is this making a difference? This picture right here, okay? This picture here. Ma'am, why y'all putting up fuck you selfies at a march for Mike Brown? Why are you doing that?
Do you see my middle finger up? This is you and I on the phone now. I'm responsible for self, okay?
Oh, so it's like, so do you agree with your friends? So do you agree with all the people around you putting up a fuck you finger? Do you agree with,
I did not notice that until after the picture was
posted. So you didn't know they were doing that? So you didn't know, so you, whoa, ma'am, no, so she just said she didn't know that they were doing the fuck you sign. You don't know that, and you're taking a selfie. The camera's turned around. You can see what people are taking. You're taking a selfie, young lady. There you go. There you go. All right, there we go. So like I said, so you didn't know, you saying that you don't know. Ma'am, you guys are out there being very childish and immature, and that's disrespecting Mike. That's, ma'am, you don't even know what that means, ma'am. You don't know what that means. You don't know what that means, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, using the word misogynist over and over, you don't know what it means. You're using it out of context. You're immature. You're misrepresenting the people of Ferguson. They don't need that ratchetness out there. You're out there playing around. Y'all out there twerking. Y'all out there acting silly. They don't need that. So don't call for me. Don't put my name in the mix and your shit ain't right. You understand? Ma'am, you said, hold on. Let me, ma'am, you're not going to bogart. This is not the ratchet hour, ma'am. This is not the ratchet hour. You're not going to call up and go on a ratchet emotional rant and you're out there in Ferguson acting goofy and silly. Trying to troll me, and I'm putting money out there in the game. That's provable. I want you, if you're putting all this money and you done raised all this money, where? You just running your mouth. You ain't raised nothing. You can't prove anything. You're just out there marching, singing, twerking. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything tangible. Yes, I'm calling you out because Ferguson, they don't need that. They need economic empowerment. There you go. Now, you still running your mouth, ma'am. No. They need economic empowerment. Ma'am, because you're just not going to, this is the Tariq Elite Show. Because you're not going to act ratchet on my show. Ma'am, you're not going to act ratchet on my show, young lady. That's not going to, okay, anyway, like I said, the people in Ferguson, they're good people down there. And then, you know what, when I went to Ferguson, there were some very intelligent brothers and sisters down there. And that's the problem. You got these people trying to misrepresent those good brothers and sisters down there. I met some very sharp brothers and sisters down there in Ferguson. They're not the ones who represent Ferguson. Like the young lady called up and she said, man, that's why I left St. Louis. I met some real good, smart, thorough brothers and sisters down there. They don't represent them whatsoever, man. Truth be told. Truth be told. Let's see what, is she still running her mouth? There you go. All right, ma'am. Ma'am, are you still here, ma'am?
Are you still here? Are you still black?
Yeah, ma'am. So like I said, I'm not going to let you go on a childish rant. My thing is this. What type of tangible solutions do you have for Ferguson? Because trolling and yelling around like an emotional kid, that's not it. You guys need to do better if you're going to represent that area.
Sir, how about I tell you this? We won't be in contact with you.
You don't need to be. You definitely won't be in contact with me. I do things that work. I do things that work, ma'am. I do things that work. I do things that work, ma'am. I don't go to marches or prayer vigils. I do things that work. I don't go to marches or prayer vigils, ma'am. There you go. She hung up the phone. There you go. You damn sure won't be in touch with me. I don't do prayer vigils. I don't do marches or prayer vigils. I'm all about economic empowerment. I'm a check writer. I'm from the school of money talk, bullshit walks. You dig? This is what we have down here. We have grown children. We have babies trying to do grown things. This is why we need to leave these children by the wayside so we can handle grown folks' business. And we got this person named Alexis who's bragging about how she's been there from day one. People think, again, you want props for just standing around somewhere. That's that old shit from the... They're doing that old shit from the 1960s. Hold on. Let me retweet this girl. I've been here from day one. Niggas want a cookie for just standing around being there, but not really doing anything. So they can brag about, well, I was there, but you haven't done anything. Being there and doing something, two different things. What are you doing to make a change there? What are you doing to empower that community? What are you doing? There's some good brothers and sisters in Ferguson that I'm working with. I'm working with a lot of brothers and sisters behind the scenes who are doing real work, and what they're doing is not getting on Twitter, trolling, bragging about praying and marching. They're out there putting in real work, the brothers and sisters I'm working with, the educators, the teachers and stuff that I talk to. They ain't twerking. You dig? That's what it is. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, it's Afro-Canadian. How are you?
Hey, how are you, young lady?
I'm good.
Oh, what's up?
I just wanted to point out.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to point out all those people in Ferguson who are constantly getting on you about just talking about the progression and what we actually need to do. They're not really for the black community, because if they really were about it, they would be trying to go behind closed doors with you and trying to think of ways of how we could make the situation better, rather than just calling you out, saying what they've done and what their contributions were, which I think is pretty minimum in that case. But yeah. I just wanted to call out, people shouldn't be just making all these comments and just putting you under the bus, when instead they should be coming together, because that's what the other dominant society wants you to do. They do want you to attack each other. And
absolutely.
That's not something that we should be doing. Real
talk. Much respect, sister. That's real talk. My thing is just being there. What are you doing to empower yourself? I've been to Ferguson. Ferguson needs one thing: economic empowerment. Brothers and sisters don't really own nothing out there. I went out there, Arabs, Asians, everybody else own all the businesses. The police are protecting the businesses owned by other people. The black people out there just struggling. This is the reason why they can come into your community and shoot you. Do you understand that, family? The reason why they can go into black economic deprived areas and kill you at will is because you don't have an economic base to protect yourself. When you don't have an economic base, you are weak. Marching and singing does not make you strong economically. That's not stopping them from coming in and killing you. Shout out to the brothers out there who kicked up dust, because it was the brothers out there rioting that created a pushback and international attention. That's who I give a lot of the props to. The brothers out there in the streets. That's why when I went out there, I didn't want nothing to do with them fake ass civil rights Negroes. I didn't want. Now I went out there to the brothers and sisters who are out there in the streets. I ain't talking about brothers out there trying to take photo ops and all that old stuff and trying to be cute with snatch for justice swag and all that old silly goofy shit. I'm out there with brothers with masks on and bandanas who are not trying to have their identity shown. I'm out there with them, the brothers who are not trying to be seen, who's trying to put in work. Because those are the people who's going to make a change. That's why a lot of those street cats out there were booing some of the civil rights folks. That's why those civil rights people were getting booed out there. Street dudes was like, boo, we don't want you here. Some of these people who are trying to, I'm from Ferguson, you ain't represent Ferguson. People in Ferguson don't think the real people out there putting in work, they don't have that mentality. He said she need to be snatched for the gym. No, y'all cold-blooded, man. Y'all cold. Man. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm talking to high-ranking politicians out there. They're telling me, hey, Tariq, man, my colleagues are bootlicking Negroes. The politicians in Ferguson are telling me this. Hey, Tariq, man, we got a lot of work because there's a lot of people on these city councils, the black people who are in these political positions, they are bootlicking. They ain't really trying to create a change. They don't want to lose their jobs. They're just happy to get crumbs off the table. I wanted to call up Empress, whatever her name is. I want to hear what she has to say. I don't play with children. These are children. You put children in their place. Put them kids in their place. What's up? Who is this? Miss Empress? Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes.
Yes, who is this?
This is Amanda.
How you doing, Amanda?
I'm fine.
What's on your mind, Amanda?
I'm calling just to say that I agree with you because I actually sat back and I watched everyone that was, trolling you. And these people are like, they're 30 plus. And I think that it's utterly ridiculous the way that they act. Like, I'm ashamed. Like, I'm 30. And I'm like, well, first of all, whether you're misogynistic or whatever it is, you don't have to support black women. You don't have to support black people on Twitter or anything because you don't know them.
Right. And that's a comment.
The right side is raising money leaps and heads and bounds of us, and some of them may not like each other. But guess what? They're working together to get stuff done. But for a whole week, all I keep seeing is out of the blue.
Hello?
Yeah, out of the blue, they'll come around and say, "Oh, throw you in the mix." That don't have anything to do with anything.
Exactly.
I think it's just they're doing it just to get attention or to, my fame is dying down. Let me throw his name in the mix so we can stir up something on Twitter.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. Prayers, marches, none of that, all of that stuff, everything costs money.
Exactly.
Lawyers cost money. Filing paperwork costs money.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it costs money. And every time you ask them, hey, how much have you put in?
Exactly.
Don't nobody say nothing.
They don't say nothing. When I say, okay, well, damn, if you doing all this work, how much money have you put in? Oh, I'm down there marching. I pray all day. I got a candle in my hand now. They're talking about everything except what matters is money. Money. Ain't no. You know what? I'm the only person who has written a big check. From what it seems, nobody's down there talking about money. Nobody's really sending no money.
They're saying that I'm watching because some of their friends I actually follow, and I had to get off of Twitter because I was about to go in on them. They were like, "Oh," they turned like they're like, "Look, Antonio French is supporting Tariq. Oh my God, why y'all care? Mind your business."
Exactly.
And
they ain't helping that brother.
Does not owe you anything. Antonio French don't owe y'all anything.
Exactly.
I don't understand what's with these black people on Twitter. It's like, oh, you supposed to support me. Who is you? I don't even know you.
Exactly.
We don't gotta get along. We just have to pretty much beat the enemy. That's the goal. That's it.
Absolutely.
We don't have to like each other, and that's what they're not understanding. We don't got to like. They don't even know you, but they're calling you, oh, you misogynistic. Nobody got to deal with that except for you and your woman. Ain't nobody sleeping with you. None of these chicks are sleeping with you.
Absolutely. Much respect. Thank you for the call, sister. And again, that whole, when you talk about facts, all that whole misogynist, that's a big ass smokescreen. Then they get into that article that somebody posted earlier about the Twitter trolls. They start going into the whole misogyny. If you say something they don't like, you're a misogynist. They don't even know what it means. Then they start talking about, well, you don't like no black women. My black lady is upstairs, by the way. That's a common lie that they like to create a smoke screen with. That ain't nothing but a smoke screen. Why would I dislike a black woman? All the cooperation I get from black women, I have no reason to dislike black women. Black women come to my lectures. Black women buy my books. I've dated a lot of black women. All the black women I've dated, I'm cool with. I literally have no reason to hate a black woman. My mother's wonderful. My grandmother's wonderful. I was raised by wonderful black women. What reason do I have to hate a damn black woman? And a black woman right upstairs made me dinner tonight. So that's a common lie that they like to throw out as a smoke screen. Because when you criticize them, they try to pretend that they're representing for all black women. See, it's time, and what's sad, you got dudes who are punked out by women like this. Don't be punked out by women like this. These are like grown children. They're like a joke. You heard the young lady who called up. That's a child.
Yes, indeed.
Her mentality is like an infant.
Yes, indeed.
You did? People are clowning. The girl who called up, people are clowning her on Twitter right now, as they should. As they should. They're clowning her on Twitter, as they should. Up here, she sound like she read. I'm doing a lot. I'm teaching people education and how to vote and not get harassed by the police. Stop it. Sound like the Netta chick gave her some talking points. This is what you have trying to represent you. We don't need that in the game. We don't need that goofy nonsense of throwing fuck you selfies and you're supposed to be representing something that's dead serious and you twerking. Come on, man. You gotta stop playing games with this. What's up? Who's calling?
What's going on, Flex? It's Chris from the Big Bay Area, man.
What's up, Playboy? How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good. You know, it's one thing I just want to address. One thing I always see on Twitter and all these other social media things is like, especially when they try and bash you, is, oh, he was a pimp. Oh, he wrote these books about Mac. And like, what difference does it make where the knowledge comes from? Right. You know what I'm saying? As long as somebody's, speaking some truth and speaking, trying to get something done. Like, I don't see why people try and nitpick about little dumb shit like that.
And let's say, look, people always try to bring up some street shit with me. I heard he was in the street doing this. He was doing... look, okay, if I was doing some street shit, what does that say about you so-called fake Rosa Parks ass wannabe leaders out here where the street nigga can get more money organized, the street nigga can get more films and people educated than you? What does that say about you? You know what I'm saying?
Thank you very much.
Man.
Thank you very much.
Real talk, man. But thanks for the call, fam.
No problem.
Yeah, if I'm all this street nigga, ratchet, whatever, and I'm getting more done than you, that says a lot about your leadership. If the Mackin books that you can get on Amazon, by the way, The Art of Mackin, The Mac Within, The Elite Way, if I'm the Mackin book guy and I write, how are you going to let a dude who write Mackin books outshine you as far as getting people educated, putting together films, getting top #1 films out there, getting money organized? How are you going to let that happen if I'm such a ratchet street person? Because truth be told, and when we get our group economic game on, the people that we got to go to, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go to the street cats. That's why when I went to Ferguson, I don't hang out with the praying civil rights crowd. Y'all saw some of the stuff I put up on Instagram. When I was out there, I'm out there in the hood. I ain't out there with Don Lemon and all them people. I'm out there with the gangsters. I'm out there with dudes throwing up St. Louis Crip, Pyru. I'm out there with the gangster dudes. Those are the dudes I'm out there with. The reason why, because number one, these dudes are more intelligent than people give them credit for. People dismiss them as just regular street dudes or whatever, but these dudes are very intelligent cats. Number one, they're very intelligent. Number two, these dudes, they understand that something has to change. Whereas the civil rights Negroes and those little coonettes who called up, they're playing. They're out there trying to be cute because, you know, they're trying to get little government jobs at the end of the day. The street dudes are like, hey, man, we need to change this shit. I want to be empowered. You dig? Also, with the street dudes, they really ready to put in work. They ain't afraid of jail. That's another thing, because a lot of these civil rights Negroes, they're terrified of going to jail. The street dudes are like, fuck it. I've been to jail. Let's put in work. You dig? So a lot of the street dudes are the ones that's going to really challenge systematic white supremacy. As well, Malcolm was a street dude. There's a lot of cats out here who are real street dudes who got a lot of stuff done. It's the street dudes who get a lot of shit done, man. We underestimate those brothers. And again, I'm not trying to throw all these civil rights cats under the bus and all those people, but again, that young lady who called up, just imagine them trying to make a legitimate change. You heard that young lady, that emotional, childish young lady who called up. Imagine trying to, or do you really think you're going to get anything done with a person like that? Do you really think you're going to get something tangible done with some emotional child taking fuck you selfies and twerking at a civil rights? Let me see who we got. We got somebody calling in. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
What's up? Who's calling?
Hi, this is Alexis. This is Music Over People.
Okay, yeah, you're the person you were talking on Twitter about me not being down there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, ma'am, I was down there. I went down there weeks ago. I went down there and chopped up game with the people. I wasn't out there trying to get a whole bunch of camera time. I was down there, right in the mix. So I was down there with feet on the ground, politicking with brothers and sisters down there, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Well, I accept that I was wrong, but can I speak with you for a minute?
Go ahead, sister.
Okay?
Go ahead. Yeah, not a problem.
No arguing, no yelling.
Go ahead.
I respect that you were down there. We respect you for coming out, and I apologize for anybody who's on Twitter that's listening right now. I apologize. I was wrong for that.
Right.
You were here. That's dope, and I respect that.
Right.
But at the same time, the people you're coming at, man, they have been here since day one, and I'm not even to take that side, or even two. You know, I have been with these people every day on the front lines, man.
Yeah. Right.
They've been shot at. One has been shot. Tear gas, man. They hop fences to lay down, face down.
To be honest, that girl, I don't give a shit about her. I care about justice for Mike. I care about other brothers and sisters in that area not getting shot. I care about those brothers and sisters getting an economic foundation. That's why I sent money there. I care about those brothers and sisters getting political clout. That's why I'm talking with politicians down there. So that young lady is honestly insignificant to me. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, brother, for real. I mean, but can you understand her frustration? We have so many people coming to St. Louis, and they have ulterior motives.
Right.
They're not for Mike. They're not here for us. They're here for the cameras.
So
for her to be from here, she's overprotective of her city, and I mean, you can't wrong her for that.
I'm wronging. My problem with her is the way she's carrying herself on some braggadocious, vulgar trolling. If you're about that life, be about that. But you do not get props. That doesn't give you just because you were out there every day, that doesn't give you the green light to get on Twitter and be rude, vulgar, and disrespectful to random people you don't know. I don't give you a green light on that. People think, okay, I did this one good thing, and now I can talk to people any kind of way I damn feel. No, you can get checked. I don't give a damn what you've done. You can't come up to me being disrespectful without me putting you back in your place. That's all I'm saying. Deal with that over there. I'm talking about economic empowerment and political empowerment. I don't care about nobody's frustration. I want my people down there to be safe, so don't nobody get shot like that again. I want that cop to go to jail, and I want my brothers and sisters to get a sense of power. That's all it is with me, sister. And if you down with that, if we here, I'm down with that with you. You feel me?
We here, and I get what you're saying, but the political and economic power comes with time, man. That's a long-term solution, and it is a solution.
Yes.
And I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? People need to be in those polls, and I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. But at the same time, like we have a solution we're fighting for right now. We are out here fighting for our civil rights right now, man. It is not about these people in power at this moment. We're trying to get them out, but that's a long-term solution for a problem we're trying to fix
Ma'am, to be honest, it's not, ma'am, it's not really a long-term, ma'am, let me say this, because now it's not a long-term solution. They got an election coming up in a couple of months. We can get those people out of office now. So it's not a long-term solution, but we're not going to do that by taking pictures with your finger up and twerking at the damn Civil Rights March. That's not what you're going to get done playing games like that. If you're going to be out there, be serious about what you're doing. That's all I'm saying, ma'am.
But we are serious, and I haven't seen Netta twerking, and I can't see Netta twerking. I'm sure she's listening right now and laughing, but okay. I can't see Netta twerking.
It's about because what y'all doing, y'all on some, well, he's taking our shine. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I want everybody to start putting some economic equity in the game. It ain't about me at all. That's why I'm real low key with it.
It's not about our shine. We haven't gotten any shine. There is no shine. Getting tear gas thrown at you is not shine, man.
Dude, I was out there with them tanks too. I was out there ducking bullets too. I was right out there, and I'm out there. I wasn't out there with the civil rights crowd. I'm out there with them St. Louis Crips. And you know about them dudes. Them dudes are about that life. I'm out there with them. I'm out there with the dogs and all that. I was out there too, sister. I'm already knowing. But it ain't, if you're about that business, if you're about that business, don't be out there playing and don't be trolling as a way to create a sense of activism, because now people are not going to take you seriously. That's all I'm saying. You feel me?
And what is the definition of trolling?
Trolling is getting on Twitter, talking to random people you don't know. Fuck you, you ain't shit.
This is talking.
Right, name calling. I understand. I'm talking and we're talking.
What I'm telling you is, this isn't about your checkbook, man.
It ain't about my checkbook.
You can't be here every day. You got a job. We get that. That's great. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay your bills. You get that. We get that. You know what I'm saying? But we would appreciate your presence. Like, don't keep saying you showing us something tangible with your checkbook. Your presence is tangible, brother.
No, it's not. 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 Ma'am. Let me school you on something, ma'am, and I want to educate you. How many white people do you see marching in St. Louis?
How many white people have I seen marching in St. Louis?
How many? Wait, stop. Marching for the cop. How many white people have you seen marching for that cop? That's who I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the token white people in the mix out there. I'm talking about the people marching for the cops. You haven't seen too many. It's only a handful. Only a handful of white people marching for the cops. And you know why they're not marching for him? Because they're raising money for him. That's why he hasn't been arrested. They don't need to get out there in large numbers. They've raised almost $1 million for that white cop all around the country. Out there in St. Louis, they're not marching for him, and his ass is free as a bird. They're protecting him with their economy, ma'am. This is what I'm trying to say. We can march, and I'm not knocking you for being out there, because that's a good thing. I'm not knocking you for being out there, but I'm just saying, don't be out there and saying, okay, we're doing something just because we out here. You got to be like, no, we're out here and we're doing this to bring attention to what we need to do economically. There has to be a tangible solution, and that's going to come from your economics. Does that make sense, sister?
That makes sense. That makes sense, brother. I get that. But at the same time, a tangible solution is also justice. You know what I'm saying? But there are so many things wrong with this community, and if you want to go further, there are so many things wrong with this system. You know what I mean? And that's another conversation for another day. I won't even go there with that.
All right, there you go. All right, thank you for the call, sister. Thank you. All right, there you go. Okay, all right. Okay, because I can make a lot of sense, but I don't. It looks like it's just gonna go over her head. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. This sister said being there is tangible. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Being there, just getting your ass kicked as a group, that ain't tangible. Dude, being there and you ain't got no economic power, just sitting there getting tear gassed and you got a sign, that ain't tangible. You got to get some money in the game, like the dominant society. The white people are a small group out there in Ferguson, yet they ain't out there marching for that officer. They don't have to. See, we get stuff. Marching is step one. I'm not even knocking marching. That's step one. But the thing is, when are y'all going to take step two?